Hi, welcome back to the Crypto Dave YouTube channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about Dash Masternode shares and the results that I've got from running one over the last 5 months. Now the reason I'm doing this video now is I thought it's probably a good idea to let it run for a few months, so I've got more of an idea of average earnings and how reliable payments are and that kind of stuff before I did a video about it. But I first got asked about this after one of my monthly roundup mining videos, where a few people had asked me why the amount of Dash I had was increasing. I think I mentioned in one of the videos that I was earning some payments from having a Masternode share. So a few people asked me a couple of months ago, and I replied and said, you know, I've got this Masternode share, but I thought I'll do a video about it. And then I thought, well, let's leave it a few months until I've got more of an idea of average kind of earnings over a period of time. But I've been running it for 5 months now, just a couple of days over 5 months, so I thought it's probably a good time to give you an update as to how the Masternode is performing. So those of you who know a little bit about Dash will know that it's a privacy sort of focused cryptocurrency, and one of the features of it is something called masternodes. Now a masternode is something where if you have 1,000 Dash, you can not exactly stake, but you can put that 1,000 Dash down as kind of collateral, and you can run a masternode, which is a server that runs on the Dash network, and it performs various functionalities. So it performs some anonymization functionalities. It does some of the work that enables instant transactions and other bits and pieces. It also allows voting on the network and various other bits and pieces. So that's basically what a masternode does. But at the beginning of the year, when Dash was just under $10 a coin, you know, 1,000 Dash for running a masternode would have set you back just under $10,000, which, you know, a substantial amount of money, but not a ridiculous amount. With the increase in price this year, it would now cost you over $350,000. Now that has pushed the price, really. It's pushed a lot of the price has pushed a lot of people out of the market for setting up a masternode. So in response to that, a few providers have set up masternode shares, and this is actually the one that I've gone with. It's masternode.me. There are a couple of very popular ones in the Dash community. The other one is masternode.io, and they're both run by well regarded and well known members of the Dash community. So masternode.me is run by a chap called Moo in the Slack channel, and masternode.io is run by someone, I think he's called Sploric21, something like that, in the Slack channel. But they're both well known members that are kind of respected and trusted in the community. And the way a masternode share works, we'll just run through the site here. So you can set up a masternode share with as little as 25 Dash. So the way that Masternode.me does it, he does it in 25 Dash increments, and I just have a 25 Dash share of a masternode, and that gives you 1/40th of the results basically from running a full masternode. Now they take 15% of earnings to cover, you know, hosting costs and the cost of running these things, and then the 85% of the other earnings are split between everybody else who's signed up for one of these masternode shares in proportion to how many Dash they've put in. So there's some really good information on here, including contact informations, how it kind of works, a lot of information about the security and that kind of stuff. But if we just have a quick rundown, it's a very simple process. You basically email the chap and he sends you back a signed email explaining where to send your Dash to. You then send 25 Dash from a local wallet, not from an exchange, from a local wallet, and that's the wallet address that will get paid out when these payments come in. And then basically every sort of week or so, you can look down here and it shows you the earnings here. So masternodes are rewarded between every 5 and 12 days. The payments on average are 7.9 days apart. Now I've got my own stats for this, and I'll show you my own stats. And whenever a payment is is performed, or whenever a Masternode receives a payment, the payments then occur automatically and the money kind of comes automatically into your wallet. So it says here each 25 Dash share will receive approximately 0.03825 Dash, which I think this is at today's price is currently worth $13.57. So with a 125 Dash share, you'll be receiving about $13 a week. It's something around that. As it says there, 15% is retained as a service fee, and all the rest of the money comes to you. They also run masternodes. If you do have 1,000 Dash, they also run masternodes, a full masternode for you for $35 a quarter. Now, one of the biggest issues, or one of the biggest concerns for people with a Masternode share, is that you're actually transferring your Dash over to someone else on the internet. If you run a full Masternode, you get to keep your Dash, your 1,000 Dash, in a local wallet, and that then interacts with the Masternode, which is set up on a different machine. But obviously, if a Masternode is not owned by one person has to control all 1,000 kind of Dash, which in this case is the people at masternode.me. So you have to send your Dash over to them. Now, if we have a look at the Dash price here, so I set my Dash up, my share up on the 20th of April. So if we have a quick glance through here, we can see on the 20th of April, Dash was worth just about $72. So 25 Dash, that would be about, what's that? I think it's about $1,800. Let's have a look. So 72 by 25, yeah, $1,800. So basically I was sending $1,800 to someone over the internet that I didn't know, but having done a bit of research, they seem respected within the community. So you know, I took a chance in a way, I suppose, but it's proved quite well. Now, obviously, today sending 25 Dash would be heading towards $9,000, so it's substantially more. So you know, I'm not advising necessarily people to do this. I'm not saying, you know, you should do it. You know, this isn't financial advice, it's not investment advice, but I'm just giving you my results and you know, how I've found it. So the process was very, very simple. I sent the funds over, and I think I got my first payment was a couple of days later. But on to the more interesting stuff. So how has it performed? So as I said, it's been running for 5 months and a couple of days now, and I have received 19 different payouts. These are the transactions. I just grabbed these from my Dash wallet this morning and put them in. So the number of payouts is 19. The frequency, they are stating, let me just scroll down so we can compare it to what they're saying. So they're saying on average every 7.9 days. For me, it's been 8 days exactly. I think it was it's 7.99, so it's been 8 days. They're saying the average that you'll get paid out is 0.03825. I've actually got 0.0385, so a fraction more. The total I've received over these 5 months is 0.73159 Dash, which at today's price is $256.66. And if we just do a yearly pro rata, basically based on today's price, but how much I've received and the frequency of what I've received, it would work out as $612.28 a year. So, you know, pretty decent return. I think that works out something in the region of today's prices. I think it works out about $8,750 it would cost you to set one up, a 25 Dash share, and you'd receive just over $600 a year, which probably works out around 7%. So, you know, a pretty decent return. Now, as with all of these things, you know, it really boils down to how much risk you want to take and how much you like the idea of sending, you know, your hard-earned Dash to someone you don't know necessarily over the internet. Now, in my case, when I set it up, as I said, it was under $2,000 kind of dollars. It wasn't kind of crazy amount. It's almost $9,000 now, which is substantially more, but it's performed very well for me. As I said, do your own research. You can speak to these people. You can sign up to the Slack channel, and you can speak to both of those providers. I'll put these links to both of these sites, masternode.me and masternode-masternode.io, in the description below. But yeah, I just really wanted to give people an update. I hope that's been somewhat useful for you. But yeah, you're looking at about a 7% return is the upshot of it. And obviously, The other thing is that you can get your money back out, your Dash back out of the Masternode after 60 days. I don't know if it's slightly different with the other provider, but with Masternode.me, after 60 days you just return the initial email you received to the address he provides, and that will get paid straight back into your original Dash wallet. So the payments come to the Dash wallet you send it for. Read through the information if you're interested in setting up a Masternode share, but it's a nice option for people that don't have enough Dash to set up a full Masternode, and with the price of it now, it's out of the scope of most people. But there are people that have mined a bit of Darkcoin back in the day, which was basically what I did, or might have invested in Dash last year or right at the beginning of this year when it wasn't so expensive, and it just gives you a way of earning a bit of return from that Dash. So anyway, I hope that was useful. Give it a thumbs up if it was. Ask any questions as always in the comments below, and if you really liked it, sign up to the channel to be notified of future videos. But hopefully I shall see you on the next video. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye bye.